So find your way to a comfortable position, however you choose to rest. Feeling how supported you are. Again, the body like an invitation. And you resting behind your awareness. Feel the connection between your body and consciousness. The body expresses in consciousness. The body experiences consciousness. And the body gives information to consciousness. Feel that connection. Your conscious body. And feel how at times consciousness in the body can differ in opinion and fragment. And other times actions can be done together in harmony. But in perception, the consciousness and the body are one. Anyone who is skilled at movement has to be in their body to excel, to gracefully and seamlessly transmit movement. And when we go further into the body in any experience, we get an experience of oneness. Gradually, as we experience this more and more, we get beyond our desires. Our desires that hinder us and stabilize us in contractions in the body. Our bones, muscles, ligaments, tendons, and nerves are all tied up in patterns. So our desire activates one pattern, but as we introduce new patterns, new muscles can let go, bones can move differently, ligaments can do different movements. Everything feels a little more connected. So this oneness with the body goes beyond desire, because our desire takes us to our habitual patterns. And we want to explore whatever pattern is optimal in the moment, not what the brain or mind can rehearse. And feel how your body speaks to you. It might be telling you that you're hungry, or you're tired, or there's pain somewhere. Being fully in our body means we don't miss these signals. When we miss pain signals or other signals, they become so loud that we miss the quiet signal that preceded that loudness, that could have saved us the trouble, that could have made life easier. Being in the body prevents future catastrophes. It keeps you present and keeps things operating smoothly. The more we are in the body can now whisper instead of having to shout. And when we hear our body whisper, we can be informed about any other need feelings, inspirations, and intuitions we may have. We can also become sensitive instruments, sensitive to our environment, much like animals and children who seem to have a sixth sense, knowing what's going on around you before the whole picture has to be drawn for you. Being in the body gives you that. Because when you can hear your body whisper, you are tuning into a very subtle level of perception that is in fact the most natural to us. We're not programmed for noise. We are often distracted by involvement in the outside world. We're often too busy to notice how we feel. We often just notice what we are doing right now. So, are you a human being or a human doing? And what would happen if your doingness was rooted in being? There would be no distraction. There are times where we very clearly don't want to notice what we're feeling. What's going on inside might be traumatic, triggering, painful, or just uncomfortable, or even inconvenient. It may be taboo. We might think there's something wrong with it, and we think we shouldn't be feeling what we are. It might be puzzling, which would make us feel different from others, so we'd rather not deal with it. So those are all the many reasons we don't notice what we are feeling. Think of overcoming those ways, of finding a way to be comfortable within discomfort, of looking at the taboo and thinking, is this really something to be ashamed of, or would my life improve if I address this? When it's puzzling, can we take a moment and breathe? And when we very clearly don't want to notice what we're feeling, can we just take 5 seconds and feel it fully and see what happens? Technology is hyper-stimulating, which is why meditations and other things you can use through technology are the best way to use the resource. But that draws us out of our bodies when we are overstimulated. And when we are on the computer, energy is drawn out of our eyes. However, if we look at a book, there's a splash of light that we can see on the page, and that doesn't draw us out of our eyes. So there's a big difference between looking at a computer screen and a piece of paper. If you have to be on the computer often, it is possible to learn to stay in your body, but it takes practice, awareness, and diligence in checking in about whether or not you've gotten sucked in again and how to notice that. One of the ways we manifest not being in the body is to escape. We escape into projection, into a possible future, an imagined situation. Our consciousness moves outward from our bodies when this happens, and it hovers in front of us, and it is like there to meet and greet all the people, but it's in front of our body. it's something like out there. So we might have some idea that this would keep us safe in some way, but more often it leads to feeling so much distance. There's misunderstandings and loneliness because you're not truly authentically connecting heart to heart. So escaping is not always the best way. Being in our bodies is the way, and it may initially feel vulnerable. It might feel more natural to dissociate, to project. So it's worth taking the extra time to keep double checking, are you in real danger? Moment by moment. Because you're in touch with yourself and your body-based feelings when you interact with others. Most people find that being in touch with themselves and inviting others on a basis of you being so comfortable that they feel so comfortable, it makes us more insightful. It helps us to communicate so much more clearly. In the long run, this is the greater, reliable path. Albeit hard in the beginning, reliable in the end, clear, clean. And then you can sense safety in your relationships without having to guess. You just know. Being in the body does all of this. When we are projecting or dissociating consciousness out of our bodies, we are trying to cover up the fact that we're under here all that. So that's a different kind of suffering of not being in the body. Feeling inhibited, small, crunched up, uncomfortable, maybe feeling like you wish you don't exist at times. At least part of yourself feels that way. Or you go into a room or a party and you think, anywhere maybe, please, can I not be here right now, please? And you're just begging to get out of there. So the feeling in your body then is not comfortable. Being in the crunched upness is so strong that it feels like numbness, a blank sense of immobilization, and it's not comfortable in the body, the mind, and the heart. When we are inhibited, we can be immobilized, and this can result in us being just a little bit awkward, a little bit behind the beat, or total paralysis, like someone talks to you and you can't respond. It happens, and it certainly does not allow us to be particularly perceptive. Its primary modus operandi is deliberately trying to not know what's going on inside ourselves. We're trying to hide it from ourselves. Usually because we feel, even without knowing what it is, that we're wrong in some way. The common voices of being inhibited sound like, I'm going to do it wrong. I'm already doing it wrong. I can't tell whether or not I'm doing it wrong, or something is wrong with me. And just to remember, there's no right or wrong. It's a spectrum. One person's right can be another person's wrong. And so when we're not thinking black and white, those words just don't serve us well in our mind to feed what we need to be in our bodies. So what is the medicine for all of this? I bet you can guess the answer. It's love. Sometimes it's hard for us to let that love in, though. So where do you recognize these places of inhibition in yourself? Where do you feel like you're holding back? You're not fully present. You are pulling back. Where in the body? And if you can find a place or more than one place, I want you to imagine holding it and cradling it like a baby, soothing it, gentling it, softening it, melting it. Receiving the message, loving it back, nurturing it back to health. How do you bring it back to love? Continue to feel the pathway back to love. When we're in the body, we get all the rewards of physical health and extended insight. So notice the next time you disappear into what you're doing, into what you're reading, looking at, thinking of, how much of your focus is inside and how much of it is out to the world around you. And what is that ratio like for you? And if you play with it, what ratio for you is ideal to be in the body but still present with the world? May you find perfect balance. Join me for more meditations.